Gideon Okowa Nwaomu. From Idumisa Water in Ashabo Kiti, Ubulo Kiti.
When I came into Asaba, there was nowhere to go. We were going out, we had the little joints, and I decided to bring my own experience from my while traveling around as a man who was in the entertainment industry. I've traveled around, outside, inside Nigeria, West Coast, everywhere, South Africa, I've been all over. And I decided to put up something to bring people. And I started it very small with the help of my wife. She works in the Ministry of Culture and Tourism. She's the accountant, tourism board. And we agreed that I was going to open the place. I will come to Okiti every morning. I will buy pan one from this young man here. His name is Onye Kausha. He will bring pan one for me. My wife will go to the market with 1,000 and make pepper soup. I'm going to call names that will shock you. By 11 a.m. every morning, people like Lawrence Osibu, Mr. Onyango, the husband of Kate Onyango, they were both at the what is it called? Something Development Agency, RODA.
People say, oh, Gideon will die, Gideon will die, but God has kept me alive. This is 2022, December 29th, we are talking. That is 2021, that's how long ago? That's been a long while. It's grace of God that has kept me. Because if you check what I have gone through, many people will have gone with it, but God gave me grace. So I keep, people say every time you're talking, you talk God, God, God. I say God has been my stronghold, because our people say, car will no get key. God, they drive fly far. I rely so much on everything I do that God has a hand in it. So that's why Gideon's place has been a good experience. I cherish the idea that they cannot write history of entertainment in Delta State without mentioning my name, Gideon Nwaomu. And they cannot write about entertainment in Delta State without talking about Gideon's place. That's the joy I have, which means I've left something for the society to remember me. Thank you. Now, I want to remind you that at a time, there was a thing we called in Anyoma land, Izu Anyoma. We had Izu Anyoma. And some of us who were younger, who were not able to cope with the elders, we started something we called Ekwe Umunna. We needed a pressure group to fight our cause. When they were going to have a vice chancellor in Delta State University, Abraka, we decided to fight for our own people who were eligible to be appointed chancellor. And we started what we called Ekwe Umunna. I can call the pioneers of this group. We started the meeting in Dio's Hotel. We had Obueshi Douglas Okolotu. We had Chief Ifeanyi Onwukamike. We had Professor Chike Okolocha. We had now Honorable Chief Victor Ochei. We had Obuefi Martin Sezenwiwe. And we started this group in Dio's Hotel. We made Ifeanyi Onwukamike our chairman. Victor Ochei was our PRO. And what were we fighting for? They were going to appoint a vice chancellor in Abraka. And we felt that our son, Professor Okala, who just died last month, was eligible. And we started a meeting in Dio's Hotel. That's how we used and fought and fought. Eventually, they had their way. They appointed Professor Yugo. For your information, my immediate senior sister, the same father, the same mother, was secretary to Yugo. And throughout his term as vice chancellor of Delta State University, my senior sister was
his secretary. Her name is Evelyn Okowa. I didn't think of my sister. I was talking of Anioma, and that is how. But somehow you say that when eventually the governorship came to an Anioma man, I refused to work for the man who was presented as the Anioma governor. Why? Because I've had first-hand knowledge about who he is and how he behaves. Some of us have known the man who is governor today now as a man who is a very sectional man. Yes, we fought for an Anioma governor. We got an Anioma governor in the last 6.5 years. We are dead today. I want you, as a journalist, I want you to look and see how many of those people who fought that fight to bring the Anioma governor to be are with the government now. Very few. Everybody who fought for that thing has been sidelined by a man who thinks he knows politics better than everybody. Dr. Senator Arthur Ifeanyi Okowa has played the politics the wrong way. All the people who fought for the Anioma cause have been sidelined. Everybody who have taken time to do who have taken time to fight for Anioma, we have all been pushed aside, and people have been brought in who will only answer sir, sir, and they will not ask questions. That's the type of government we have. We have a governor who you can go around Anioma today and you will not see anything to show that an Anioma man is governor. If Anioma man is governor, you came into Blokiti this morning. How was the road you came in from, sir? I'm happy that you missed and passed through that road so that you can know. So when I'm talking, I don't talk for talking's sake. If you go to Iseluku, it's the same story. You go to Iselembitime, it's the same story. You go anywhere in Anioma land, except you go to Owa. That is where the government is doing well. Even in Abo, which is part of Eka, it is not an Anioma thing. It is a sectional thing. That is not what we bargained for. What we bargained for was an all-in happening. So that is what we are saying. We are happy that an Anioma man has been governor, but we wish that next time we should settle down and look at who we want to bring out as an Anioma man to represent us. There is nothing wrong with us complaining. It has happened, it has happened. We cannot undo what has been done. We have had our turn as Anioma people. So it makes us to be more careful next time when we say we are doing Anioma God, when it's our turn again, which will be in another 18 years or thereabouts. Huh? It will be in another 18 years or thereabouts when we begin to think of an Anioma man being governor again. So we have to bear whatever happens, whatever the person who becomes governor in 2023 gives us as Anioma people, who will appreciate, because we have had our own time to develop our place. We have not taken the opportunity. They will tell you that yes, when Ibori was there, he developed Ogara, but Ibori didn't develop only Ogara. He developed the whole of Delta State. We go to specialist hospitals today. It's because Ibori was governor. He put it there. We have the airport in Asaba there. It is because Ima Odoan was governor and he put an airport here. Can you show me what you can show that your brother has become governor and he's been there for 6.5 years? Can you show me one thing you can be proud of to say he gave you as an Anioma man? So those are the issues. But you see, when I talk, they say Gideon, he talks too much, only in the Delta. That's what they said when I told the boy I wasn't working. That's what somebody asked me, a friend of mine, when they destroyed this place. He told me, say, somebody was telling me sorry about what happened. He say, now only in the Delta, and only you say governor no work. Why in only 9 talk? Somebody has to talk. We don't get forward by keeping quiet. Ndị bias na ahụ ga-ekune egbu ike. Ekuga anọ na egbu ikolo. You understand the parable? Good. If you see as an elder and you don't talk, he will kill you. If they talk as elders and you as a young man, a vibrant man running around, and you don't listen, anything that is what kills a youth. When your father is telling you this thing you're doing is not good, you keep doing it. The day you go and do it outside, they kill you for robbery. When your mother keep money, you take her. Your papa keep money, you take her. They no talk, they pamper you. The day you go take person outside, na thief you be, they go beat you, they go kill you. Now you're waiting because you no listen, your papa no tell you for house. But if they tell you for house, where they do am, when it happen, the parents go say, we tell them, you no listen to us. So if we have tried our best as Anyoma people, but we have been unfortunate that we brought out the wrong person to represent us. I can tell you who are here that me, I feel very bad about the government that is in power. I told you something about Gideon's place that I went to court and I won after 6.5 years. My brother is governor. Everybody would have expected my brother to pay me the money court awarded to me, 200 million, and give me back my land. That is the judgment. But my brother didn't give me the money, he paid me 31%. Is that what it's supposed to be? So when you look at it, I'm just using my own for instance. That's to show you what has happened to many Delta people from Delta North. We have been the worst of this government. The issue of what is happening politically in Delta State, that nobody should talk against him. Is he an emperor? We have a right to talk. We were talking before you became governor. People helped put you there as governor. Now, when the same people who helped you to get there talk, your urchins, we attack them on social media because we now have social media. You give them money for data and they will keep attacking people. That is not how life is. So, that's all I have to say. This governorship has not favored the people. I want to ask you a question. Do you think that bridge can be built in the next 1 year and 6 months that is left in this government? That thing is just a means to siphon money. They cannot build that bridge in the next 1.5 years. They cannot do anything about it. You know that. They've been in this government for how many years? 6.5 years. You didn't start Coca overhead bridge. People who earn less than us have built bridges all over the place. Go to Borno State, go to River State, go to Kano State. These people, their national allocation is nowhere near what Delta gets. Where is our own going into? Where is our own allocation going into? Anybody who talks is attacked. But we are talking about what we know. Luckily for us, as what is it called now? Public Information Bill has been passed. And you have a right to know what is happening about your state allocation. Delta should ask the government of Dr. Ifeanyi Okowa what they are doing with the allocation that has been coming to Delta. The development in our state is not commensurate with what we get as a state. We are not talking of the internally generated revenue. We have internally generated revenue. We have a federal allocation. What are you doing with it? Pensioners are dying, they are not being paid. People who have retired in the last 5-6 years are not paid their gratuity. They are not paid their pensions. What are you doing with the money? So I think that the Coca Bridge is a fact. They are just deceiving us. You are talking of overhead bridge. Have you seen the one in Summit? Have you seen anybody climb it? It's vibrating. Nobody can cross. That one is a footbridge. They have brought a cascade in now and covered it to look beautiful.
Go and climb it. It will be vibrating as you touch your leg on it. It's vibrating. So when we talk about these things, we don't talk because we want to talk. We talk because these are things. You see, we are waiting for the time for campaign to start before we start to talk. There are so many things to talk about what has happened under the government of PDP. Somebody will say, yes, you were in PDP. Oh, yeah, I was in PDP. But for a man to have seen the light as far back as when I saw and said I wasn't going to be there again, then there's nothing wrong with it. I've lost my means of livelihood because I spoke out. But I don't regret it. God has given me another sign, another lease of life. I'm enjoying my life now because God has given me another direction to face. So I'm enjoying what I'm doing, and I'm happy. Nobody harasses me where I go now. I come to my farm in the morning, I leave in the evening, I go back to my house in Asaba, and I'm happy. It's better for me than to be somewhere they will keep attacking you, people will come, they will drink one beer, they will insult you, they will do this, they chop one plate of pepper soup, they will abuse you. Nobody abuses me now. That's why in 2017, 2018, I said, I am retiring. I was 64 years. I said, I retire. Oh. I don't retire. I don't do again. I retired myself. I wasn't working for anybody. I retired and I sold off the place because the pressure on it was too much. So what I'm saying is that this government has not encouraged people at all, the people of Anioma especially. I'm talking of Anioma because it concerns me. But I'm telling you, if you go to Warri, you as a Delta, you will cry for the Warri we know before. If you go to Saple, you will cry. There's nothing to show for this government you can write home about. We come from a state where one senatorial area cannot decide who becomes governor. We should make the right alignment so that we can be close to the government that is coming, so that they can see the difference. One, my advice to Anioma people is that we have been with this same government for 22 years now. 22 years plus. Look at our area and see how far we have gone. Apart from the first 8 years of democracy, which was under Igbo, anywhere in Anioma cannot show you anything that has happened. The government of Okowa didn't touch anywhere in Anioma. The government of Okowa has not touched anywhere in Anioma. If you want to go to Adonta, where my friend is Obi, if you want to go there now, it's dry season. You will not be able to. Not to talk of the rainy season. Go to Ndokwa, there are no roads to go there, and that is where you bring the whole money that comes to this state. All the gas, all the oil that we have in Delta State is from that area. I mean, it's not developed. What are we talking about? We should be careful who we bring out, who we align with in the coming government. We should follow people who will be able to direct and do things for us. Asaba as a state capital is very small and can easily be developed. If you bring money and put in Asaba, you will not know Asaba in 2 years. If you have a good governor who has the interest of Delta and Scatat, and I'm sure that we have people who are coming out for governorship who are ready to transform Asaba to what it should be. I don't know if you would like me to begin to name names. We have people who have indicated interest that they want to be governor. But we have seen their antecedents from where they are presently. You can see what they are doing. And you know that if you give such people a chance to be governor of Delta State, they will do better than what we have had so far. Well, he has a right to aspire. But people, when he's telling them he wants to go back to Senate, they should ask him, the last time he went, what did he do for us? He has been there before, hasn't he? No. He has been there before as senator. What did he bring back for us as Anioma people? He has been governor for 8 years. What has he done for the people to make them want to return him to where he wants to be a senator again. The Anyopa people should ask him questions. You see, the time of rigging the election is over. This time, let the people decide what they want to happen to them. That's what I'm saying. If you want the election to be the way it should be, the people have a right to say, we don't want, we want. Me, I didn't support him being governor. So I'm not surprised about whatever has happened to me. Any of you who know my antecedents in politics know that when Ned Nwoke was rigged in Abo, when they kidnapped the returning officer, I was the one who spoke to Channel. That is the problem I have with him. He's a very vindictive man. He doesn't forgive. I was the one who went on air on channels to talk about that thing. That is where he hates me from. But I don't give a damn. He's just a man. What he thinks does not matter to me. It's what God thinks about me. And what my family people here think about me matters more than any other thing. So, me, I don't think he should go back to the Senate. And I will not support it. We have people who have gone to Senate and they have done things that we are looking at. I was at Igbodo the other day. I saw what happened. I went to Oko recently and I asked somebody, you have politicians from this your village. What is happening to you people? It's 22 years we have been playing politics. It means say all una people, your people, person don't be party chairman. Your person don't be party secretary. Your person don't be commissioner. Una, they know they see this road when they do am. What is more painful about is that they have constructed a big gate going into that Hausa market there to collect money. But they are not thinking of the people who come from there, how they will get to their village. That is very, very upsetting. If you go to Uko, you see man in humanity to man. If you go around Anyoma, you will see NDDC projects scattered everywhere. I was in Igbodo the other day. I didn't believe I was in Igbodo. Every road in Igbodo is tarred. I went to Ogwashuku. I was passing. I saw they don't tie this road. This government. They say no. I look at them. They say NDDC. I said, what is the state government doing? And they call on roadmaster now to destroy the road. The ones where they do. When you do it in 2 months, the road is gone. That's the type of road they are doing for us. So we don't know what is happening. We should tell ourselves the truth. We should look at the type of people we send to represent us.
Welcome,